Look at that, isn't that beautiful? This is the most beautiful building, I think, here in Niš. It's really long, too. I'll show you along the side of it. It's out here in front of this little garden, across from the piazza, and across from the big entrance to the fortress in the 1999 thingy. And it says, if you can read it, it says Universitet u Nišu, the University of Niš in Ćirilica, by another little monument. That's what Serbia does so well. There's all these little monuments, and I think a lot of them were built back in Tito's time. Obviously not these, because this is 1989, and Tito was long dead. In 1979 he died. But there's lots of monuments, which I think is great. And you don't see that where I'm from. I'm from the middle of Illinois, and you don't see that many monuments. Well, we don't have that much old stuff. Anyway, but this stuff is really, really old. And look at this. I think this is gorgeous. All along this river, these stones, all the way down here. This is a really poor place. Poor part of the country. Everything south is kind of poor. But they did a lot to make it look nice. And then you can see all the way down there, this big, huge building. I think it's gorgeous. Anyway, that's it. University of Niš. Beautiful. Doviđenja. You can see down here by this is a busy, busy bridge where everybody's going from the bus station to the piazza to downtown. People sit down here and fish. Look at all these people. Lots of people out today. It's really nice for a end of October, 2 days after Thanksgiving. So you got people all out and about running to that piazza, man. They're so popular here. It's where everybody goes and buys all of their stuff. Busy, nice, sunny day here in Niš, Serbia, third biggest city in Serbia. Home, the birthplace of Constantine, the emperor. Serbia had a ton of Roman emperors that were born here, especially Constantine. He was born down here, Midiana. It's a little place right outside of Niš, his birthplace. And he's the one that introduced Christianity into Europe. So anyway, interesting. Doviđenja. And speaking of Constantine, they have this out here. This is Constantine the emperor. 1312 he was born. And that's when they introduced Christianity into Europe. And they got this big statue for Constantine right here. Right across from this, and right by the river, where this is where lots of the people come out and sit. I told you about all at night. This place is packed in the summer. Such a nice place to come and sit and drink a couple drinks. Police don't mess with you, because they don't cause problems down here. Anyway, that's it. Busy day. Doviđenja. Here's another really pretty part of the city. They always have this right here in the center, all these flowers, and look at this beautiful little water fountain. I think this is so neat. Looks like from Roman times, doesn't it? Little lion's heads. In the summer, it's all gushing out with water, so people come here and fill up their water bottles and things. But right here, like I said, right there by the big fortress entrance, and this is one of the busiest parts of the city here. This takes you right to the main downtown street, which is right through here. Just like a little garden area that leads you up to this big statue. But always decked out here. Lots of flowers. Right by this big, beautiful building, too. This is like the governor's, or the mayor's place. Kralja Milana is what it says on that little side right there. I don't know what that building's called, but that's where the mayor, I think, lives. But anyway, beautiful part of the city. They keep it up really, really nice over through here anyway. There's a problem like on that bridge over there. I didn't want to show them, but there was a bunch of little gypsy kids asking for money. But that's what you get. That's it, my friends. Doviđenja. Okay, here's this building that I think is gorgeous too. Look at this. It's got the Serbian flag and must be a Niš flag there. And it says above it, Republika Serbia, Grad Niš, Gradonačelnik. Beautiful building though, isn't it? Beautiful. And here's a quick little jog through this little park. I'll show you. This is that really busy park I was telling you about that all the kids sit out in here. There's a couple people out here today, but it's a little breezy. Lots of places to sit. Lots of little statues. Statue of a little boy kicking a ball. I don't know the significance of it. But this place, man, if you come to Niš in the summer, it's booming. This is a place to be, man. Honestly. It's so much fun. I'm old. I shouldn't come down here and hang out because it's mainly where all the young people hang out, but there's still some old people down here. There's lots of old drunk guys. There's one gypsy guy that plays this flute thing that comes around, and he's down here a lot. But It's kept up pretty nice. You would think after a long night of people drinking, there'd be lots of bottles and trash, but there's not that bad of an issue with it here. Lots more statues. You got one right there. It says 1313 to 1312. Must have to do with Constantine, because he was 1312. Christianity, something that's a cross with Constantine's face there in the middle. I'll show you up close, because that's kind of an interesting, it's a newer one. I don't remember ever seeing it before. But like I said, they do really well with these monuments. In Serbia, you see them all over. 1312, 1313 to 2013 is Vini. Za Slobodu Slobodjenja. Right? Is that what that says? Žao mi je svima. I'll speak your language one of these times. But in that little park there, there's lots of little monuments. And this is where everybody likes to sit at night that I told you about. There's a little amphitheater right down there with a statue in it too. It's the flute. Is that the flute guy? No way, that gypsy. Maybe they made a statue of the gypsy gentleman I was telling you about. I'll go look. That's a little place to eat over there too, because I've eaten in there before, and in the summer they have kids jumping out here. I've showed this before, but this is like a little update, because they changed a few things here in Niš. Not a lot, but some things are different. And this is always a nice place, even in the summer, to sit. They got benches all down on this area. You can walk down there, clear down over by those beautiful buildings. And it's really peaceful. Great place to sit and have a coffee, man, really. Love it. And you know, there was a young man from Niš that sent me these questions that I answered about the city of Niš. And one of those questions, things I didn't like about Niš, and I'm going to show you. It's right over there somewhere. There's a place that smells like a bathroom, because everybody, hundreds of people will urinate over there. I would hate to live in a house, because this is where all the kids sit, and there's only one public bathroom behind me under that big bridge. So everybody pisses down here. So that's the thing I didn't like. But this is nice too. Look at this. In the summer they have like little music festivals and stuff here. It's kept nice and clean too. Look at that. You don't see trash and bottles and things. I'm impressed. And you got this view. Niš is a really, really pretty historic city, and it should get more tourism than it does. There's big festivals here like Nishville Jazz Festival, Big Burek Festival, and stuff like that. But it still should get more. So many people just come in here and they go to Belgrade. So many of these foreigners contact me and they'll say, "Hey Charles, I saw your videos. I'm in Belgrade. What else is there to do in Serbia?" It's like, God, are you serious? The government doesn't do enough to promote it. Because look at all these rock things here. That would cost a lot of money. Lots of benches. Niš. November 21st, 2016. It's got an Italian flag. I don't know what that's about. Really nice building here, though. Maybe it's an Italian cultural center. Even right now, Svima, this is what I was talking about. This is where, if you could smell through this camera, you'd know what I'm talking about. It smells like piss, and it's right here. All in this area is where people like to urinate. So I feel sorry for Italy and the owner of this beautiful building, because it will constantly smell like urine. Pisha in Serbian, I think is how you say it. Anyway, that's it, my friends. Pretty place, man. Nice park with lots of trees, peaceful, quiet. Everything down here is a little slower than it is in the rest of Serbia. A little more economically depressed, yes, but people are good. And they got pretty stuff to look at. Do viđenja.